Jay, I saw a clip surface from Dr. Umar talking about the black church. Now, you know he's no stranger to speaking about things that are controversial, but this clip where he's spoken about the black church was the reason that black women were kept single. Is this something that you've thought about before? And if not, what is your response to that statement?
He's saying that they're purposely trying to keep them single.
Is one of the reasons that they're single.
Oh yeah, I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that because and I don't agree with it from a perspective of like it's some super duper systematic shit that the church is doing. I think the biggest systematic shit that the church been doing since the days of the Bible is judging people. That's enough. That's enough. It ain't never good enough, or people when you in church, people judge you. You know what I'm saying? So you might not go with the guy that you really want to rock with because he don't line up. He's not a church guy. You know what I'm saying? He don't dress like the part. You know what I'm saying? His parents ain't in the church. He ain't minister, or sometimes they just like regular people. Hey, he ain't got no money. I lived that. I went through hell because I wasn't a church dude. Even tried to become one. And that ain't even really worked that well because they're not accepting of you. You know what I'm saying? And so the young ladies that's growing up in there, traditionally anyway, they get a lot of pressure from the people around them about who they're with. And time decay is real. You know what I mean? So you going through all this, somebody wants you bad, and then you wait for 5 years to figure it out. That person done moved on. There's a whole lot more women than it is men out here. So yeah, I think that plays a part. Him, I know he talks about the pastors. Yes, women are very, very active in the church, way more active than men in the black church anyway. And they do look up at the pastor a certain kind of way. This is why we have a lot of scandals and stuff like that. I think this is a flaw, man, because the women are going to church and their mans aren't. You know what I mean? The men are not highly represented like they should be, in the church. I mean, in the Bible, they talk more about men than they did women when it came to, being represented like that. I'm not saying that they weren't there, but that wasn't highlighted. Maybe it was on purpose. I don't know. But for now, to see thousands of years later that men aren't in church like women are. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, they're going to just marry Jesus. And that's that. They're going to marry Jesus. They're going to marry their degrees, their jobs, and they're going to be all right with that. Or they're going to lash out. They're going to lash out and go ahead and do something different. You know what I mean? And just get up out of the church and go a whole nother way. But the way the dynamic is set up is very, very tough for sisters to, be free to do what they want to do, be who they want to be. And it's kind of set them up to, not to fail, but definitely to be dependent and reliant upon the church.